Good morning, Melbourne.
Wakey, wakey.
Wake up, Melbourne. Jason Lauren. Turn it up.
Start your morning the right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jason Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to Wednesday. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are we all?
We're good.
We're great.
Are good. Big show today.
Why did you just say to me that I look like I'm going to Greece?
You look relaxed.
Do you know
look
what you
ready
do?
for you look like someone that's going to be on my Instagram feed in about a month. Just flashing up, living the
She
dream.
looks like she's pulling a shift on a boat
You're
Why?
below deck.
because you just look so relaxed and
Yes.
a bit nautical.
I'm
You
in
are
a blue and
nautical.
white striped shirt.
You could work on Jason's
you know,
boat.
I washed my hair last night and then just let it dry naturally, so it's fluffy. So I threw on the old baseball cap.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Keita Alexander merch from the merch stand.
She looks like that hat's way too small for me. Big head.
No, it
Needs a
wouldn't
big
look
hat.
good on you.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
Does it look too small on me?
No, it's perfect. You
You're
got a
saying
small
I
head.
look like a sailor, like with the small little captain's hat?
Oh, no.
No. More like the maid on below deck.
The maid?
Not the maid.
All yours, Jason. Go for it, mate.
Help me out.
What? Because I'm in a blue and white striped shirt, do I look like I'm going to Greece on a boat?
Yes, you just look relaxed,
Right.
ready for a Greek summer.
I would love to be in a Greek summer right now.
Am I out?
Although there's some
I think you're
there's some
out.
terrible flooding in Greece actually
Is there?
currently.
Oh.
Yes, I was looking at Paros yesterday. Shocking. The whole place is underwater. It's terrible.
Oh, my goodness.
Was it about 2
Yeah,
years ago?
very
It just
sad.
felt like every single person I knew jumped a plane to go over there for the summer.
It's very popular.
No,
Oh.
most years.
Very, very
Is it
popular.
stones on the beach? No sand.
Yeah, stones.
No,
very
different.
stony.
It depends. Different beaches.
It's
Bit of both.
very hard getting in and out.
See, I don't mind the rocks on the beach. Kids can't put that in the car, can they?
Yeah, but they burn your feet.
Yeah, right. A lot of
Burn.
nudie beaches.
Yeah.
A few,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
Paradise. You'd like that, Jace.
You been there?
Yeah.
Clint would have been to Super
Yeah,
Paradise
yes,
Beach.
yeah.
Oh,
Oil myself up. and
Question.
Away you go.
down to Jackie O's.
Oh, yes.
For a bit of a boogie.
drag show.
Doesn't get any better than Jackie O's in Mykonos.
I got I got pulled up on stage.
Sorry, you got what on stage?
You could have got both on stage
What
at
I
Jackie
could've.
O's.
What did they
It was
do
a
to you?
drag show, and I got pulled up on stage.
It's the best. It's the most fun you could ever have in your life. I think.
Whoops!
What's that? The thing on stage?
Yeah, watching people on stage at Jackie O's.
Oh, right.
Then did you fall in the pool, my man style?
I didn't fall in the pool, but it was fun.
There's a place like that, Bali Joe's in Bali.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
What
pull
happens?
it's the same thing. They pull you up on stage. Yeah,
yeah.
big drag queen show.
Yeah.
Up
Barley
on stage.
Joe's.
Ballet.
Ballet Joe's.
Have they tried to copy Jackie O's with Barley Joe's?
I think they have.
Is it Timu Jackie O's?
It's Timu Jackie.
Got it.
Hey, I did some fitness yesterday.
Fitness or wellness?
A bit of both.
I'm in my wellness era.
I did a bit of core. Can I
Ooh.
tell you?
Oh, Core
It is
Plus.
on fire.
How much do we
today.
love Core Plus?
Oh my goodness gracious!
That's the
me.
place where I told you, Clint and I went once, and you sweat from every orifice.
It's in the hot room.
You sweat in places you didn't even know you could sweat from.
Speaking of which,
It's like hell on earth, but it's also amazing.
you got some action in the anus yesterday.
Oh,
Oh,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa!
Got a little bit of vitamin boost.
Is that what they'd call it? What was it? Acupuncture?
No,
Acupuncture
no.
in the
Gen
anus?
Z,
I
no.
don't-
Yeah, Gen Z got acupuncture in the anus.
Really?
I got a shot,
Oh,
not an adrenaline shot, but it did give me a bit of an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, right.
Told you, in my wellness
I'm
era.
coming next week
Yes.
for the Arnold shot.
No, it's really good.
It's one of those mornings.
I'm going to go Google Bali Joe's.
I don't think it exists.
Yeah, no, it
I think
does.
you dreamt about it.
No.
I didn't go to Jackie O's. I went to Barley Joe's.
We've got a massive show coming up. Wait till you hear all the guests lined up for this morning. We'll tell you about it next. We've got a lineup today. Later on this morning, Nick the Wizard Watson from the Hawks. What's that, 4 wins in a row?
Yeah.
It is 4 from 4.
What
We've
a
also
start.
got another one of my favourites, Andy Lee, coming on today.
That's right. Andy Lee joins us. And then we're getting political. Albo's going to join us after
Don't
8
switch
this morning.
off. Don't switch
Now,
off.
Albo's a big Hawthorn supporter. He
He
loves
is.
the Hawks.
Well, he's in a massive clash with Dutton at the moment over the rail loop. I'd love to know the last time one of those guys actually got on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, they are clashing heads on many things.
And Jacinta Allen, the Premier, going to join us in the next 20
Yes.
as well.
Oh, God, are we four corners?
What did you say? You know what Lauren's guest, when we were talking about all the guests, do you remember what you said about Jacinta? Hope she brings in pastries again.
I said, I wonder if she'll bring treats.
Yes.
She bought treats last time.
We need some treats.
I don't need any more treats. Stop bringing
Okay.
treats.
No more
I love a
treats.
treaty.
I love treats.
What do you take to
But I've
someone's
got
house?
no self-control. Wine.
Bottle of red, yeah. You?
Do you take like just
Or
a bottle?
champagne's quite nice
Well, it depends. Are we going for breakfast or dinner?
as well. Champagne.
Say if I was like, come over for, drinks Friday afternoon.
A bottle of wine or a champagne?
Yep.
Same.
Any sort of Cadbury favourites or anything? Just no.
No. Unless it was like you're coming over for dinner and I would say, could I bring something? Can I bring dessert?
Yeah,
or could I
gotcha.
bring cheese?
Yeah.
Or could I bring... I would offer. Normally people say no and then I just bring one.
Guess what I tried last night?
What?
Kidney beans.
In what? That's
Lasagna.
Yeah, in his lasagna.
in lasagna.
Yes.
Well, you...
We were talking about this yesterday.
Were we?
Yes.
Oh,
Clint.
sorry, I have amnesia.
we did a whole conversation about
What
how
have you got?
Amnesia.
his friends made him a
That's right.
lasagna that had kidney beans in it,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
he thought they were made of. He thought they were actual like little
Kidneys,
mouse kidneys.
That's right.
Yeah.
But
No,
they're just
what do
beans.
you think?
You couldn't even taste it.
No, that's exactly what Mum used
What,
to say
the
to us.
lasagna?
No, you couldn't taste kidney beans.
Yeah, I told you they taste like
I know.
nothing.
My wife even served it like she covered the sides of the lasagna with spinach so I couldn't see the kidney beans. It was like serving
What
a
are you,
child.
5?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
bit
Was it good,
strange.
It was
Sadesh?
excellent.
Sadesh, why did Sadesh make you a lasagna again?
He's he just knew like last couple of weeks of I've had a heavy week and you went through a bit of stuff last week and we're all busy.
Yes,
What,
so
so
I
you're
had a
eating
bad
for Lauren?
week. I had a terrible week last week.
This is eating for Lauren.
And you got Sadesh to make you a lasagna.
Hang on.
Comfort lasagna because Lauren's had a tough week.
It was one of the worst weeks of my life. And Clint, Jason has put in a support, an emotional
I'm going to need a
lasagna.
lasagna. Because
When
the
you-
emotional toll has been extreme. in
Meanwhile,
there.
I'm at home cooking my own meals.
When you say it like that, right? But can I point
Why
out?
did Sadesh make you some meals? Because you had a tough week.
No. I didn't ring him.
Are you
and say-
okay now?
I'm full, quite bloated from the lasagna, to be honest. Could be the kidney beans. I didn't ask him to make it.
No.
He is Sri Lankan, and he said he likes to help people
It's a
through
beautiful
food.
offering.
So
Yeah.
he rolled down.
Emotional support food.
You
There's
know what?
nothing better.
He's going to do a lamb lasagna for you.
How do you know that?
I'm going to call him and ask him to.
I mean, maybe he dropped that lasagna to you to give to me,
No, there was no
yes.
note.
and you've just eaten it.
There was no note. There's a piece left. I'll bring it tomorrow. You really
I don't
like
want 4-day-old.
No, you'll
lasagna.
like it. You can't even taste the kidney beans.
Oh, that, you know what? When friends do things like that, though,
Oh.
it is so nice, isn't it?
Mate, I reckon that's the reason we're the third kid, because I knew people would start dropping around food.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're having another one.
No,
That's why you got a
absolutely
lasagna.
not. I'd rather fast. It's just gone 11 past
I'd rather
6.
starve to death.
Jacinta Allen joins us on the other side of this. And your chance to come with us on a family trip to gather round. You are listening out for the footy horn. At any point, these guys could blast
Yes,
it.
we're going to get horny. Get ready for it.
Whoa! And look who has popped by.
Premier, 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 Premier.
Premier Jacinta Allen is in the house nice and early. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We are
I'm
good.
God, I'm a little overwhelmed by the political scope at the moment. It seems to just be on the front page of the newspaper every day. Politics, politics,
Well,
politics.
we got the boss in later on after 8.
boss.
The big boss,
Big
Albo.
boss. Elbow. Fantastic.
Anything you want us to pass on? You guys
Yeah,
chatted
did you
later?
guys plan this?
No, well, we chat often, but we don't chat about our radio schedules, I will confess. But
What's
we do
he-
chat.
What's he like on the text? Is he an emoji man?
Not so much. He's good on the text, though. Yeah,
He'd be
he's
a
good on
gift
the
guy.
text.
He'd
He's not
send
a-
gifts, wouldn't he?
He's not a voice to text
Oh.
guy, is he?
I love
sorry,
a
the
voice
voice
to
memos.
text.
The voice
No, I
memos.
love a voice
You
memo.
can usually pick up if it's a voice memo, though.
Yeah.
There's usually something just a bit not quite
Oh,
right.
like it. Yeah,
in
like a
message.
Siri text. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
you be hitting the hustings with Elbow?
Yeah, I look forward to campaigning for the team, supporting the team. We saw yesterday an announcement from the opposition, Peter Dutton, that he'd cut infrastructure funding to Victoria. So there's a bit to fight for here in Victoria.
So is
I'll
that
be
the
out on
train?
hustings.
Is that the rail loop,
Yeah.
the airport
Well,
loop
there's-
that just keeps going and going? What's
Yeah.
happening?
Well, I don't know if you'll get Peter Dutton in. You could ask him, but the announcement yesterday that Peter Dutton and the Liberals made here in Victoria was a bit of an odd one because it amounted to cutting funding to part of the airport project at Sunshine, which would actually mean you can't get trains to Sunshine Station from parts of Western Melbourne and regional Victoria.
How long ago you reckon Albo or Dutton were on the train?
How what?
How long ago you reckon
long
they've
ago?
caught the train?
Since they caught the train.
Yeah, I don't mind a train. I like catching a train.
You're a train.
You
I
did
caught the train the other day.
Yep, with breaking news.
Yeah, I love the tram. Tram's great.
Yeah, we have an look, just to give a bit of a plug, we have an incredible public transport network here in Melbourne.
We do.
I love it. It's really great. Trams, trains. Give a shout out to the buses.
Yeah.
shout out to the
I'm not a
buses
bus
as well.
girl.
I gave a shout out the other day. Got to ripping.
Yeah, you did.
I was.
We did. We asked people
buses.
to call us if they were listening from the bus, and someone called saying, "I'm listening on a bus."
I was a bus boy growing up in the mean streets
Yeah.
of Brisbane.
Lauren and I were
Well,
on.
Clint and I
caught the same
actually caught the
bus.
same school bus.
That's right. What was it?
Up and down High Street Road, the
Glenara
734.
734.
Represent.
I think we never spoke. We just probably looked at each other.
Yeah,
From,
well, I was a government school boy.
Oh, that's why. He wasn't wearing the night. You weren't.
I
She
wasn't
only
in the
spoke to
blazer.
blazers.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of
segue,
which,
Premier.
nice.
School uniforms.
What's the announcement you've got?
Well, we're making an announcement today. So school uniforms, I think school uniforms are important for all kids at all schools. But what we are seeing is that some schools, not every school, but some schools, everything has to have the school brand on it.
I
So
know.
it's one thing to
Because
have
you used to just be able to get like the blue T-shirt and the blue shorts.
Yeah.
right?
T-shirt, but now it's shorts, pants, socks. Everything kind of has a school logo on it. And what that means, it just makes those things more expensive compared to, say, being able to go down to
Lowe's. Used to go
and
down
buy
to
a
Lowe's.
pack of socks.
Yep.
Came up.
And so the new policy is, and bear with me here, the new policy is basically anything waist up, it's okay, you can have a school logo on it. But really anything below that, shorts, pants, socks, that the new policy will be those items shouldn't have school logos on it.
Good.
And what that means is you can get a non-branded item, a generic item,
Yep.
and that means it's cheaper for families.
What does a school uniform cost? I don't have kids.
mate.
How much is a school uniform?
To be honest, Lou, my wife, does the uniform
Yeah.
shop.
Well,
but they get you.
Well, I'd
Yeah.
imagine they're also growing out
Well,
of those uniforms
Yeah,
so,
and
And
so
those
quickly.
things are repeat. Well, kids grow.
Yep.
They grow and they also wear them out. But in terms of, we've just kitted out one of our kids for
Yeah.
year 7 this year. And branded shorts, branded
How much are you
pants.
looking?
And you're looking like, so a pair of shorts, it's 50 bucks
Yeah.
compared
Yeah.
to a non-branded item, which
Yeah.
you can pick up from,
$10.
My
and
kids are they're wearing the neighbours' clothes because the neighbours' boys went to the same school.
Oh, that's good.
So we
Is
just
it
hand them
branded
down.
all over?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just hand them down.
Have you done the iron-on names yet? I remember the saga
Oh,
of Mum trying
yes.
Sharpies.
Sharpies.
Hot tip. For me, it's Sharpies are
Mum
much
used to get
easier
them
than the
like
iron-on labels.
stitched, and then she'd hand stitch them in the carry-on. I was
Wow.
like, Mum,
It's a lot of work.
I'm just going to lose it. Someone's going to rip it off anyway.
Yeah.
That's amazing. No, Sharpies. I go with the Sharpies.
Did you
Much easier.
at your school? Did they do the measurement check to make
On-
sure the dresses and skirts were long enough?
No, I was not quite. No,
Right.
they did. We did have dress length, but we didn't quite get measured.
I
up.
used to roll mine up.
Yes,
Roll it up at the waist so it gets shorter and shorter and shorter.
What? So it ended up being like a belt in year 12?
Basically.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder she didn't talk to you on the
No,
street.
I know.
When we were in primary school, the school uniform, the
It's like
boys
Melbourne
could wear
Fashion Week.
the boys could wear shorts, but girls could only wear bloomers. There were no
Yeah.
skirts or anything over the top.
What's a
back in the
bloomer?
day. Like undies. That was our sports uniform.
Remember I told you my wife's school, they used to do underwear checks back
What,
in
to
the
make
day.
sure they were wearing them.
To make sure they were wearing the school branded
Undies.
What, they had school branded
Bloomers, yeah.
undies? Bloomers.
Wow.
Bloomers.
Bloomers.
Yes. Well, no.
I'm
well,
like, you
we're-
can't be doing that in 2025.
No, well,
No.
we're not. Let's be clear. I just want to make sure that public announcement is clear. Well, certainly in the government system
Don't
anyway.
worry, kids. You can still wear your Mickey Mouse undies if you want.
No, but it is about, uniforms are, it's particularly at the start of the year, they can be a bit
Oh,
expensive.
absolutely.
And there's a lot of expense in
So
families'
what you're
lives
saying
at the moment.
schools cannot make people wear branded
Socks,
bottom-
pants, shorts,
Right.
anything waist
Can be
down
generic.
is
Tracksuit
we're
pants.
saying is got to be has to be generic,
Yeah.
and it is because it is what we're finding, and this is feedback from parents because we've had a chat to parents and schools. Parents are saying it's a bit much. It is more expensive to have
Also-
the branded socks.
Trying to find a pair of socks in the morning when things are chaotic is one thing, and then try and find the bloody branded ones.
Do you know what? I put on a new pair of socks this morning.
Oh, that's living.
And there is no greater feeling than putting your feet in fresh socks, is there?
That is living.
Hey, just quickly, can I just ask you before you go about the bail laws which changed? Now, I might have been clickbaited, but there was headlines going around saying that it doesn't apply to people under 18. Is that just garbage?
Yeah, that's wrong. That is flat out wrong. The laws that went through Parliament the week before last, the last sitting week, and we pushed them through the Parliament in a week to get them in, and they're already law. Putting community safety first absolutely applies to everyone.
Under 18.
Absolutely.
So, sorry, just headline.
Regardless of age.
Someone breaks into my house. If they're a repeat offender, they're done. They're locked up.
Yeah, so I'll just be clear, that's for the courts, but what we have said is community safety has to come first, regardless of age.
Right.
And the concept of remand as a last resort, which had previously been there, which was one of the things we were seeing as
they'll take
our
the
last
piss.
resort was to hold them.
And that's now been taken off. And plus, what we're also doing is making a number of offences like home invasion, like agberg, like carjacking.
machetes.
We're putting them in at a higher threshold. So it's
So
a
we
tougher
should.
test. And so those are the laws that went through Parliament.
Good.
And are now law.
Good. Yeah, oh, that's good because there was some confusion. I don't know. People just...
And will you have something to say today about the Chief Commissioner? Reports about him pulling the pin?
policeman.
Yeah, I think the Chief Commissioner is going to make some statements later on this morning. I'll let him make those statements. But he's a person that has served the force for a really long time. He's served the state for a really long time. And out of respect to Rick, I'll let him make his statement.
Yeah, fair.
That sounds like there'll be a tea and scones at the police headquarters later today. Jacinta Allen, the Premier, joining us on the air this morning. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming in.
Take care.
Yesterday, when we were wrapping up the show, we were talking about medical moments. Clint, you had to do a poo test
I did have to do a poo test.
for your stomach issues.
Oh, guys, get over it. Chicks have to do this stuff all the time.
You have no idea what it's like to have this body. We go through hell.
Trust me. Being a woman is much harder than being a man. And you guys are like, all these embarrassing things. We have to do like pap smears, not that it's embarrassing,
Yes.
but we're like, it's much harder being a chick, I think.
Well,
And we have to do all the other things you have to do.
yesterday I was talking about when I needed to make a deposit when we
when
were
you-
going through IVF.
What
I had to, after I had the mumps before we had our third child, I had to get my sperm tested to check my sperm
You don't
count.
put that in the freezer though, do you?
Well, no, but like I originally went into the clinic to make a deposit, but I got
couldn't-
stage fright.
You couldn't do it.
I could understand that.
What?
It was quite embarrassing. I got a photo of the deposit
What?
room.
Oh, no.
No, the room that you were asking about yesterday.
Oh, it is. It looks like jail.
That's not real.
Yeah, that's
What's that couch?
What are those posters of those 4 random women?
No,
that's
no, that's sperm.
No, look behind the TV, Clint.
Oh my God! It's like FHM.
What if you didn't like women?
I know.
That wouldn't work
Well, I
for
guess
you.
you'd have to ask for a different room.
That's not real. Is that actually what it looked like?
Oh, no, not that one.
What is that hideous lounger?
Brody, can you go
And what do you-
back out and go in on one of the other shots? That one top left, that's probably the closest to it. I had the leather couch with the...
Oh, it's occupied. Oh,
No.
just a one seat.
Wow, it's not really sexy, is it?
No, it's not. That's why I couldn't close. Can you understand now? And you know what else I forgot?
Is it called closing when you're on your own?
She's
That
she's
is
got
a
you
great
there.
point.
She's got you there.
That is a great point.
Could you take your partner in there?
No.
Or you have to go in on your own?
You have to go on your own.
That's a serious question.
And here's the other bad thing is I couldn't get phone reception.
Oh, so you can't stream your favourite video?
Like, surely you'd have Wi-Fi.
Surely they have free Wi-Fi.
Surely. You get free
Surely.
Wi-Fi at McDonald's. Surely you can get in that room.
Seriously.
I know.
Log into Starbucks.
I know.
next
Get a
door.
router. Next time I'd carry my own little dongle.
Starlink.
Dongle.
Starlink.
Isn't that in the
isn't
other
that
Starlink,
it's called?
that's what I need.
Come on, Elon. Put them in all the collection
Imagine
centres.
rocking up for your 12 o'clock appointment, setting up a Starlink satellite dish. Jesus, this guy's going to be
That
some
is the
streaming
most
stuff.
sterile room I've ever seen.
I know. There's nothing warm about it.
No, but I guess they can't make. I don't want you to stay in there forever.
Okay, let's lose the
It felt like I was in there forever.
sperm collection room.
Yeah, no.
photography.
Well, God, it just happens. I just think doctor's appointments are embarrassing, regardless of what you're going for.
What did you have to get done? You got a mole check, didn't you?
Oh, the mole check.
I love
Tell us
this.
about the mole.
Well, I had this little spot that has been there like a mole for a long time, and it changed. And they say if your moles change, you should go and
You
get
should
them
always
checked
be aware.
immediately.
Of course.
So I
get
booked
checked every
into the
year,
skin
shouldn't you?
cancer clinic or some such thing.
Yeah.
And I went in, and the skin specialist gave me a big talking to about all these different things. Then said, "Okay, well, I'll let you get changed. I'll pop out and I'll come back in a minute." So I fully stripped down into my nude bonds and my nude coloured bra, and I'm sitting on the bench seat bed thing, and he comes in and he goes, "Okay, right, now where's the mole?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just here on my elbow." And he was like, "Well, why are you naked? Why did you take all your clothes off?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I don't know." And I had to sit there just in my
don't
nude
know.
bonds, G-string, and my nude
Did you
bra.
but didn't you get changed before he checked it, or you just sat there
No,
nude while he
just sat
checked it?
there with my elbow in his face, completely, basically stark naked.
Did he do a full body check after
Well, then
that?
I said, "Well, you're here. Should
Yeah,
you
why
check
you?
out the rest
Yeah.
of me?" And he was like, "Okay, yep, off we go." So he did the rest, and then they take these photos.
Oh,
Have you
yes.
done this? You have to stand there, like you sit on this. You can just being naked and sitting on a chair is not
No,
really
yeah,
cute, right? And then they take photos of you, and your head's not in it. Then it's just your body, like just in that lighting, and you're just sitting there. Anyway, and it comes up on this big screen. So they've got like a monitor of all the different things.
Well, like a slideshow.
Anyway, as I went to leave and the next person came in, my photos were still on the computer screen. And I was like,
Like a cover girl.
I'm not kidding. And this is a shout out to Melbourne. If I die, someone needs to go to that clinic and delete those photos. So
No,
they're
that'll
never
be the
seen
that'll be
again.
the photos on the little booklet.
Or if I go missing, have you seen this person? Don't use those ones. He left them on the computer screen for the next person.
Oh, they weren't taking photos of my appointment. Hey, 13 24 10 is our number.
But it is important to do. Just don't get naked if you don't need to.
Let's talk medical moments.
Oh, yes.
Have you had an embarrassing medical situation? Appointments never go to plan. Join us on the air. You can remain anonymous. Don't worry, we won't show your face. We've got $200 Anaconda vouchers. Pay less so you can play more this Easter thanks to Anaconda. 13 24 10 medical moments. Hey, we're talking medical moments. What embarrassing situation happened to you?
It happens all the time. Going to the doctor or a specialist or any kind of appointment can be very embarrassing. I was just talking about how I had to get a mole checked, and he said, "Okay, I'll let you get changed." Popped out of the room, came back. I was completely naked. Then he asked where the mole was, and I was like, "It's on my elbow." And
Now-
I don't know why I stripped off.
I have to go to the doctor today. Do you ever...
What doctor are you going? Like, no, sorry,
Oh,
that's
no.
very personal. That's not what I
No,
meant.
just a GP.
A GP.
Just
yeah.
a GP. Do you ever sit in the waiting room and wonder
Yep.
what everyone else is there for?
Yep.
I do it all the time, and I don't know why. I'm
And
like,
then-
oh, he looks like he's got the flu.
And then when someone gets called that arrived after you, you get the shits, don't you?
I know, but that's the system, isn't it?
The system's got to get better.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you mean?
Like, you're always sitting there waiting.
Oh, but do you mean you get there early and they get there late?
Like just
Oh, but the doctor's always
they
late.
never run on time.
The doctor's always late because I also go into the GP to ask one thing and I ask 85 questions while I'm
Oh, so
there.
it's you.
Yes.
Well, book a double.
You're like, well,
No, not
Cheryl's
booking
over
a
there in the
double.
corner. She's
When
got
I,
bunions, clearly.
When I had the mumps.
Are you looking at people like
I'm
picking
assuming. Yeah.
picking their ailments?
Yeah.
Well, when Cheryl gets up, she walks into the
Yeah.
room. You know,
People with bunions don't walk like that. What is a bunion? Actually,
It's
don't
some
answer
sort of
that.
growth on the toe, isn't it?
don't know.
speaking of big things, when I had the mumps, my
Oh, your balls.
my balls swelled to the size of, I kid you not, like a rock melon.
Is that... So
Can
how
you
did
not laugh?
How
Like,
did
I was-
how'd you cut them around?
Oh, big balls Hawkins.
Mate, it was so
How
painful.
did you cut them around?
I literally, like,
What do you think? You had little crutches for them?
I had to hold them as I was going into the hospital.
You had to
Are you
hold them up.
I had to
serious?
cut myself
What do you mean?
because they were
You
so
had to
heavy.
cut yourself?
Cut
You
myself.
should have borrowed one of Lauren's bras.
A ball bra.
So because like I was so sick, I had to
needed
go
a
in and
sling.
I had to go in and get a drip
You needed
every
2
2 days.
slings.
He needed to do one big sling
So
through
I've gone
schlong.
in. I've gone in to get the drip.
Not the schlong, the balls.
Sorry, do you get the mumps in the?
I thought
in
the mumps are here.
No. So you
In
either
the-
swell in the neck glands,
Oh, but your
but men
balls-
swell in the testicles.
Oh, and the neck.
All men.
Most.
What are the mumps? How do you get the mumps?
I-
Do you
It's an
catch
infection,
them?
autoimmune.
them.
You
isn't it?
catch them.
But I had the shots and
Who did
everything
you
when I was a
catch-
kid.
Who'd you catch ball mumps from?
The lady that ran the coffee shop across the road in
She
New
shouldn't
Zealand.
have ball mumps.
What was she doing touching your balls?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't touching my balls. I was just getting a latte with a
And she
touch
gave
of
you mumps?
no, like yeah. And when I went into the hospital, I was like,
Hang on. How did you know she had mumps?
because her neck. She was like, her neck started to swell, and I was like, that doesn't look good. The next day, they were like, oh, she's off. She's got the mumps.
And then you got it?
Yeah. And when I went into the hospital, I
But
pulled,
what did you do with her to catch it?
I don't know. I didn't
But
do
did Lou
anything.
catch it?
know.
No. There was nothing
Something's
sus.
going on with the lady at
there
the
was
coffee shop.
nothing sus. But when I was at hospital, I pulled my pants down to show the doctor,
Oh,
and he
no.
goes,
They're big.
I'm sorry, I have to get my colleagues to have a look at this.
Oh, you were
And the room filled
How big are we talking?
big,
How big?
like talk to me. Is
Like-
it like
like a
oranges?
mandarin?
bigger than your fist,
Oh,
Wow.
big. Anonymous.
Ouch.
It's called through on 13 24 10. Anonymous. Medical moments. What do you got?
Morning, guys. My manhood swelled up that big. It kind of looked like Austin Powers and Mini-Me when they're behind the curtain with the apple. And I had about 15 doctors just sitting around while
Yep.
the bottom half of me is full
so
stark naked.
so
And they're-
so anonymous.
Did you have the mumps?
Good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
This is like Dolly Doctor, isn't it?
What? It was your appendage, was it?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the issue? What was the diagnosis?
They have no idea. They reckon I got bitten by something. So
Oh.
it's safe to say now I'll wear clothes to bed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
Oh, you reckon you were nude in bed and like you got
something bit you.
a spider bite?
okay. That's not ideal, is
How
it?
how big? Well,
Oh,
how?
Whoa,
Hey.
whoa.
Come on, we all
Whoa.
want to know, don't we?
yeah. How big was it?
Like,
Like I said, it was like Austin Powers and Mini-Me where he's holding the apple behind the curtain.
yeah.
It was probably the scariest moment of my life.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Oh,
sorry-
here we are
I'm sorry
mocking
you
And
had to
what
go
the
through that.
doctors just stared at you.
For the hospital, yeah, I had about 15 doctors in the room. They're all looking, trying to figure out what was going on, and no one could figure
And
it out.
how long?
And what did you take an antihistamine
Yeah.
and it went down, or
How long
No,
did
they
it
just
take?
said, "Oh, just wait for it," and it was probably about for a week.
a week?
Is it a
So-
snake bite? You suck the poison out?
I don't think you'd know if it was a snake bite.
Yeah, right.
You should have hit OnlyFans and banked some money.
It was the scariest moment of his life, Clint.
Oh, I'm just trying to pivot.
Maddie on
Silver
13
linings.
24.
Always a silver lining,
Always a
Lauren.
silver lining, isn't it? Maddie, morning.
Good morning.
And I'm tipping it wasn't your manhood.
Definitely not my man.
Okay. What was it? What happened?
I'd just given birth to my daughter, and I had my legs up on the stirrup thingies, and she's on my chest and cuddling her, and the doctor's checking down there, and he's like, "Oh, you'd be in a bit of pain. You want some Panadol Nurofen?" I'm like, "Yes, please, Panadol Nurofen." And he goes, "No worries." And
No,
next thing, I'm waiting for my cup of water and my little container of pills to come, and
no.
next thing I feel is finger in my butt, and my husband's laughing, and I'm like, "Oh man!" I let out a little scream, and he's like, "Oh, just giving you your Panadol Nurofen." And
Suppository.
Oh, you.
What?
I'd completely missed how he was going to give it to me because I clearly was too distracted with my daughter.
Up
so,
the bottom.
Yeah, finger in the butt.
Why up the anus?
Well, you're in the stirrups. You're halfway there.
Oh.
It's going to be more work for him to walk around the stirrups to get to your mouth.
So hang on.
Do you know about this?
No.
When you give birth, is that what happens?
No,
They
but
don't tell you what happens. So sometimes it's better not to know.
it is better not to know.
What, you're shelving your Nurofen?
No, surely you've got like an IV in, and they can just put it in there.
What, put the IV in the anus?
No, not in the anus. No one wants an IV up the anus.
Trying to squeeze
But
that last
also,
bit of
like,
the
we've
IV.
had enough action south of our belly buttons already. Why can't we swallow the Nurofen?
Well, exactly. Maybe it works quicker.
Oh, does
Maybe
it?
it absorbs.
How do you know
It
that?
absorbs quicker.
How do
Yes.
you know that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
The anus had FOMO. All the action was happening somewhere else.
People are
Wow.
nodding. Apparently, it works quicker. Gets into the
Oh, does
bloodstream.
it?
Yep.
I
Should
know
I
that-
try that when I have a headache next time?
Yeah.
Lauren's like, anyone got any Panadol? Yep. Here you go. Bend over.
The chemist has tried to sell me suppositories before.
What do you mean?
For the
Could you buy
kids.
Nurofen support?
Yeah.
For the kids?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
No.
In the kid?
No, you don't.
100%. I remember my...
Why would you ever do
Well,
that?
here comes another confession. Come
Why
on, Jace,
would you
what
do
happened?
that? Don't they just have it in liquid form?
I have a vivid memory of leaning over mum's bed copping one.
Oh. Welcome to the show, everyone, if you've just joined us.
Something wrong with your family.
Oh, very wrong. Very wrong.
Oh, Brody's going to back me up.
Don't say back me up.
I was quite sick as a little boy, and so I used to have to get this bottom medication. I used to cry every time Mum and Dad would come and say, sorry, this is bottom medication.
Was it a gel or was it, what was it?
No, it was tablets.
Oh.
And they're big, aren't they?
And
They
because
are
I was quite young, I couldn't swallow tablets, so it was always bottom medication, and I didn't like that.
Oh. And they've got like a matte finish. Like they're not smooth. They don't.
Oh,
It's not a capsule.
it's not.
It's a...
It's not the normal Nurofen.
No, it's a giant.
Oh, it's a special thing.
Can you Google Nurofen suppository?
No.
Well, good morning, everyone. Just got 7:11. Nick the Wizard Watson is in celebrating 4 wins for the Hawks. He'll be joining us after 8 this morning.
Go the Hawks.
I'm not going to tell you who else is going to be joining us because I want to make it a surprise for the Wizard.
For Nick.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd be listening to us on his commute?
You never know.
I reckon he'd be a podcast
He's not
guy.
here for an hour, so I'm not sure he'll be commuting yet.
You weren't here last week when he was in, but he's a PlayStation boy. He packs the whole gaming console when the team goes on the road, and then he holds Fortnite comps in his hotel room with the other players.
He
really is. He really is 20, Lauren.
He really is 20.
Yeah. He also had no idea.
Wait, does he take the actual thing that plugs into the wall?
Yes.
Or is it like
Yes,
one of the
no,
handheld
the
ones?
whole console.
The console.
So they can plug it into the
Yeah.
TV.
Surely there's an app these days.
No, you need the whole
PlayStation
unit.
app.
No, need the unit.
Surely one of the coaches or something does that.
Well, I think they'd be carrying the football equipment.
Yeah, right.
You know. Where's the balls? Oh, I forgot to bring them. I bought
What
the
game do they play?
PlayStation.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
No, there was some other game, wasn't there?
Remember when you and I had to do the Fortnite?
Oh, my goodness.
What'd you do?
Lauren and I played in a celebrity Fortnite match.
No, it was a Fortnite Pro-Am. So we got
What?
paired with an actual Fortnite
with a gamer.
Pro. It was at Rod Laver Arena.
Yeah.
What?
And all these
Jason,
people came and watched us play Fortnite.
It was, so there was like, oh my God, I forgot about I think
It
I've
was
put this in the
terrifying.
do not ever think about again
Yeah.
category in my brain.
Yeah.
Just coming back to me now in the word Celine Dion. On the court, it was this huge setup with these big screens so you could watch different people, and the stadium was full of people.
all watching us.
All watching.
And then we got cheered when we died. They cheered
you
us.
out like we'd just been knocked
and
out
we
of the Australian Open.
And we got paired with gamers. I was with like
Yeah, it was a Pro-Am, wasn't it?
Honeysuckle 69 and you were with...
Brilliant Butterfly 69.
Yeah, exactly.
While you guys are doing that, I'm on Ready Steady Cook, watching some old birds hold up tomatoes and capsicum.
Were you on that show?
That was about 15
Were
years
you?
ago. What were we, Clint? Like 2 years ago? 3 years
Yeah.
ago? I'll find the
capsicum?
videos.
I was the tomato team.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always want to be on tomatoes.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Andy Lee, join us in the next 20. But coming up after this, there's someone on hold and they need our advice. Anytime you need us, 13 24 10 is our number.
Within reason, I would say.
Yeah, we don't do moving house or garage sales.
So what are you talking like advice line?
Yeah, just like, if you need our advice, if you
who
want to
would-
join the
Pick me
show.
up?
Who would want our advice?
Well,
Like,
Ash
who-
does
Who in their right mind? Ash?
from
what-
South Bank. Good morning,
Good
Ash.
morning.
Morning, guys. I need your help, and it's a bit of a weird one. I don't think you're really going to anticipate what I'm about to tell you.
Well, test
So
us.
hang
Come
on. You called yesterday because we were talking about friends with benefits, and you called through and said, I want some advice.
So I've been hanging out with this lad for about 3 months, and we have this sort of relationship where we're not going to date. I'm not going to date this man. I know I'm not going to date this man. We hang out every Monday. We watch White Lotus. So everything's going as per usual. Then we do the friends with benefits thing. And towards the end, he starts rapping inside of me. And
Hang on.
I just
What?
Wait.
What?
You've got a friend that you hang out with and watch White Lotus. Now you're friends with benefits, and he likes to rap to you.
No, so this is for the first time we've hooked up. He started rapping inside of me, and it was
Rapping to you, like
Rapping
like a rapper.
like
oh,
like
bust down, Bodiana. Oh, bust down. And we've never rapped together before. We've never been in this situation before, but he feels comfortable enough to do it while he's...
Okay, so he's rapping
So
like
what-
well-known songs, or is he free?
I strongly advise you not to go in with another question.
No, we need...
You've
we need-
taken this call. You said
Yeah.
we must get Ash on the air.
I need clarity here. Ash,
Yeah.
What are his
Like
rapping
Eminem?
skills like?
So he's like the tallest, skinniest, whitest dude, and it was like a big rap song.
Can I just confirm?
Like a famous rap song?
And what's your wording? Is he rapping to you when you're doing the benefit part?
When you're
of
doing
the,
the deeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like the benefits are normally worth it, but now that we've crossed
dump him.
No, that's a hard no.
That's a no from me.
That's
No. I'm going to say you guys need to release an album.
Oh, imagine if you were in the middle of a throwdown and a girl started singing Pink Pony Club to you.
That's clearly
I don't
where
think-
he does his best work.
I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. You'd be like, see ya.
I don't think Clint's in any position to be knocking people back.
Maybe
over.
not Clint.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Your wife.
yeah, right.
Imagine if Lou started singing Pink Pony Club in the middle of a sesh.
Yeah, that would throw me.
Feels like something I would do, actually.
People at Kiss with their eyes open really freak me out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So have we got a resolution for Ash?
Yeah, you need to run, girlfriend.
You must dump him.
I think you need to embrace it, Dale.
Oh, but there's
You
only
think I
one
have to
episode of The
embrace
White
it?
Lotus left anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So
you
it's
must-
all over. Oh, no, that was last night, wasn't it?
So the last episode's next week, so I'm wondering if I give him one more
Yeah,
go.
hang on for one.
one more
Hang on for
go.
one more night.
Can you call us back next week after
Can you record it? Actually, no. Don't do that.
Oh, I'll see what I can do.
No, I don't think no, that's not legal.
No, don't do that.
I was rapping. I'd like to hear him rap.
Yeah,
though.
so would I. That's why I asked the
Do you think he
question.
exclusively raps in certain moments in time, or you think he raps all the time?
I don't want to know.
Don't you?
No.
I do.
Do you want to bring him in?
Oh, no, I just want to hear him rap. Do you think he's listening to this going?
Some strange things going on
You
in
know
the
how I said
suburbs.
call us any
Do
time
you
for
know
advice?
what? Not just strange things going. Something strange is in the air at the moment.
Is it?
People have gone kooky. Is Mercury in retrograde in the
I think it
microwave
might
again?
be.
It's Mercury in the microwave.
What's happened to you?
Just weird things are happening.
Paul rapping. Next.
Please, they only high five. We know that. Hey, Andy Lee is going to be joining us on the other side
He
of
sings
this.
Pink Pony Club.
It is just gone 7:21. Morning, Melbourne. This is Nova 100. You are on the air with Jason Lauren. A little bit of cloud. Tops of 23 we are going for. Hard to tell with the tint on the glass.
I can't see a thing out there,
no,
can you?
we're working
It's very
on it.
dark.
It's pitch black in here.
Daylight savings ends this week, remember?
I know. I don't know how I feel about that though either.
Hey, let's say hello to our next guest.
Our next guest is one half of the legendary Hamish and Andy duo. He's a comedian, a presenter, a dedicated blue bagger, and host of Channel 9's The 100.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Andy Lee, and welcome to a brand new season of The 100.
Please welcome to the show the incredibly talented Andy Lee.
Andy Lee.
Nice to be here.
What do you
Are
want
you
to
a
talk
comedian? Would you consider
Great question.
yourself
Yeah,
a comedian?
I-
Have you ever done stand-up?
I have.
Have you?
Really?
Yeah. Well, Hamish and I, our first show was 2000 and at the Comedy Festival. Like we did a show at the Comedy Festival.
Really?
How'd you go?
Yeah, it went really well. But
Did you
I
enjoy it? Did you get the bug?
No. Well, obviously not.
No.
But you, have you done it on your own?
Yeah, yeah. But
So scary.
Hamish and I were similar. We didn't like saying the same thing twice.
Yeah.
Particularly AIM. So you organise a show and then it's very different the next night. And you're like,
'Cause
okay,
you
this
guys
is exhilarating.
Just actually funny.
Exhausting.
Well,
Where
yeah.
comedians do the same routine over and over.
Well, they perfect it, and it's just very different art. Like they sit there and like Nikki Glazer, who you might know, shows
Yes,
the Golden
yes, yes.
Globes, friends with us for many, many years, so over a decade.
She's still dating your hot friend.
Yes, yes.
We love him.
Is that the hot friend you sat next to at the footy once?
And-
Came in here and
Tennis.
just, yeah.
Tennis.
And he actually wanted he planned to spend the rest of his life with Lauren.
Oh, what?
Really?
Yes.
And
Oh,
now
really?
and
He's
now
settled.
unfortunately
He's settled.
for Nikki
Glazer,
Glazer, who
who's-
is just
The most
Earning tens
successful.
of millions
So
of dollars just doing stand up around America.
Poor
Yes.
guy.
Poor
So
guy.
he missed out
Poor
on the
guy.
funny one.
Did. You know, comedian versus just being funny.
know.
Like different.
To give you the idea of dedication, we'd be over in New York and we'd go, can we go for dinner? And she goes, I probably will have time between 8 and 8:40. I'm doing a slot at 7, 8, 9:40 and 10:50. And that was every single night.
and that's the same routine.
In
Yeah.
different clubs. And she
See,
would do
that's hard,
she'd do
isn't it?
6 nights a week, 4 shows a night, often not getting paid just to perfect
Yeah.
the jokes and
Yes.
saying the exact same thing and then
Oh, no.
trying something different and rewriting.
Well, because
So-
that's the thing. I went to a comedy club in New York and there was some, oh God, I don't ask me who, but big comedians there where they're all trialing their
Yep.
gear,
Oh, yeah.
and you're not allowed to write about it, you're not allowed to record it, you're not allowed to take
No.
photos
Yep.
because they're like, if it's a bit of a sink or swim moment and they sink, they're like, never happened.
Well, it requires work ethic, and that's what put Hamish and I well back.
Yeah, we couldn't be comedians. either.
Hey, should we talk the 100,
yes,
the Blues, or Dimmies?
Yeah, we've got an agenda for you. What
Yeah.
do you can take your pick. What do you want to start with?
Look, let's start with the others, and if we get to the Blues, we've run out of time for the Blues.
No, there's always time.
I feel you. We're both 0-3.
I know. I keep thinking to
It's
myself,
lonely.
at least we're not Melbourne.
and I console myself by saying at least we're not Carlton.
Well, come on, you guys are in much worse spot.
Well, are we
if
though?
If it's a race to the bottom,
I mean,
guys-
you
Whoops.
actually had expectations this year.
Yes, we had high hopes for the Blues.
I feel like everyone's turning on Vossi. Does he need to go?
No.
I've got the
Guys,
hops for him, so he can't go anywhere.
I saw a stat today, and I'm a positive person. I mean, most Blues supporters like ringing up those footy-based radio stations and yelling at them for a while. But there was a ladder got released today based on time in front in a game.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Carlton coming fourth.
Top four.
So do they
double
keep getting
chance.
close and then they lose?
Yeah, unlike Melbourne, who
We
just
just-
decide to
Not
lose
show
from
up.
the very beginning.
Right. Well,
Yes.
that's, you know what? That is a glass half full attitude, Andy. They should have a premiership cup for that at the end of the year.
Next topic.
Okay, let's get on to Dimmies, because we'll finish with 100. Dimmies,
Okay.
you dropped an
Yes.
absolute bombshell.
Okay.
Dimmies and tinnies. I bought some in for you.
So-
our dim sim range.
For
I
people
was
that don't
very
know-
excited to see these in the supermarket.
So if people that don't know, give us a quick snapshot how this came about.
Well, during COVID, we were laughing about would it be funny to make a premium dim sim
Yeah.
because one of the things, a mystery about a dim sim is people don't often know what's in it.
You don't want to know.
Well, I said to you before, what is in a dim sim?
Well, yeah, we flew out one of my mates, a chef in New York, because like let's get the best chef we could possibly have to try and make dim sim. A lot of cabbage in a dim sim.
Yeah,
Yes, I did know there was cabbage in a dim
If
sim.
I'm reading from the ingredients
Yeah.
on the box, cabbage, pork,
Yeah.
minced ginger. Oh, these are
Yum.
really bougie.
Yeah.
Because I always thought
Red
dim
chili.
sims were
Garlic chives.
like a Chinese thing, like a dim sum.
No, dim sim got invented in Melbourne.
That's crazy.
That's it.
So what? We just butchered the beautiful Chinese dim sum
We
and
made
made
them
it
better.
our own.
No, we didn't butcher it. We made it better. I think what
Made
it
them
was,
longer.
it was a fellow in the 1940s, a Chinese immigrant, that wanted to make a snack that you could handhold, because dim sum was chopsticks.
A lot of work.
And so for the workers, they would try and they made essentially it's the sausage roll size, a mini sausage roll size snack.
What visionaries?
Yeah.
Because our Irish producer said, I can't do the accent. I was going to try, but
Oh, that would've
he
been
said,
amazing.
I've never had a dim sum.
He said it's a cross between a sausage roll.
Can you please say it, Jess?
Yeah, do it in the voice.
It seems like it's a cross between a dumpling and a sausage roll.
A dumpling.
Dumpling
And
and
a
sausage
sausage
roll.
roll.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Now, Lauren, the methods on there. What are the
Yes.
methods? Because
Well, you can deep fry for
Yes.
5 to 8 minutes, steam for 15 to 20,
That's the way to go.
microwave for 40 seconds. That's a lazy person.
Yeah.
And the air fryer for 15 minutes.
and what about the barbecue?
So we had a barbecue expert coming in. Clearly, that was pre-recorded.
So
Coming-
hypothetically,
And he might say that he can cook dim sim on the barbecue. I have a prediction that he might
Yes.
say
Say.
dim sims are very good on the barbecue.
Wow, good. Yeah, no,
Have you chucked one on?
Absolutely.
They go pretty good.
Yeah, they go great.
so you have to cut it in half.
Cut it in half.
I reckon
Yeah.
that's what the barbecue expert will
Yeah,
say.
cut them in half.
Like a psychic.
That's the way my sister and her husband go.
Yeah, right.
They're on the Barbie type people.
Your sister and husband, are they barbecue experts?
Well,
dim
no,
sim
they just have a
experts?
barbecue that they use. So I wouldn't say experts, but it's not a revelation.
And
Do you
are
think
these
it's a revelation?
a,
Is this guy tomorrow going to think it's a revelation?
Well, I don't know. We've got to wait and meet him. We'll see what he's like.
And just finally,
Let you know after he comes in.
It's definitely
are these like a soy,
Definitely
a soy
live.
sauce job?
Yeah, Beck makes her own. So Beck loves it. Beck, can I tell you something? It's quite
How
funny.
does she look like that? And she's
Oh,
throwing back.
don't. Becky's one of my closest girlfriends.
Premium dim sim.
And I'm like,
Better for you.
I'm going to be cut
So
out
she-
of this studio in 8 months because all I've eaten is
you're telling me
premium
Beck
dim sim.
spends all day, if you follow her on Instagram, at wellness centres
Is it-
doing red light therapies and IVs and everything else.
We've got a spicy pork one and a chicken and sweet corn one. Beck loves the chicken and sweet corn one, right?
Chicken and sweet corn.
And, yeah, which is a revolution in dim sims. And we got the first test back, and the guys were flying back from New York, and I got 40 of them, right? And I put them in the freezer because I had to wait for the guys so we could test them before we gave them the stamp. I've gone there. It was like 30 days later, and they arrived. I'm like, cool. I went to the freezer, and I said, "Where are all the dim sims?" And she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I had a test. I had the testers, so the guys could test them, and that was the only run we had." She went, "I've eaten them all.
All of them.
All of them."
Yeah, I love
She had 40 in a month.
Well done. Maybe that's the key to wellness.
Did they pass the test?
Well, I just said to the guys, "Hey, Beck likes them."
Yes.
So
Here's
that's
our
the
walking
thing.
endorsement. You too could look like this if you ate 40
I wouldn't
dim sims.
guarantee that. I won't go as far as that. But Beck liked them as an afternoon snack.
Okay.
All right, so you can get them in Coles. And look, before we let you go, you're back on our telly tonight. Congratulations, season 8, mate.
The
You are-
100,
You are
yes.
killing it with
What's
this show.
happening on the 100?
The
Mike
100
Goldstein's tonight, Sophie Monk's on tonight, Hamish Blake's on tonight. He is difficult to work with, but
Of
I'm
course.
gonna give him a
What
run.
are you talking about tonight?
All the stats on families. I'll leave you with this one.
Okay.
What % of Australians have a secret family?
Oh, like a secret sister or a secret whatever?
Or a secret family that you're not telling your other wife about?
Oh, not many.
12%.
Sure. 12? Who are you hanging out with, you weirdo?
4 or 5%.
1.
5%. 1 in 20 of us
Really?
have a secret family.
But do we not know? Because I refused to do those DNA tests in case my dad was wild in the 70s. And
Yes.
I've got a long lost sibling I don't
Yeah.
want to know
Oh,
about.
I reckon.
He does strike me as a wild guy, you know. No? Yes?
Well, I'm not doing a DNA test.
Oh.
You've got your suspicion.
I just reckon my dad might have been a party boy back in the day.
Before we go,
What's this?
can you do
Oh,
us
can
the
you
honour?
do us the honours?
do us the honour.
We're taking a whole bunch of our listeners to gather round, and all they have to do is call when they hear the footy horn. Hey,
It
yeah!
sounds more like a clown
give it
car,
another pump.
doesn't it?
There you go.
Oh my
Beautiful.
gosh, yes, exactly.
That's the-
Bonzo's just honking his nose.
It's a Timu. It's a Timu siren, isn't it?
Yeah.
The 100 with Andy Lee. Season 8
Oh,
tonight,
no,
not
we've
over
got
the
more
plug.
questions.
Who
Look,
have you
he's trying
got
to wind
this week?
us up.
Collingwood.
Yeah, Thursday night. Tomorrow night.
Guys,
Good luck. We've got Geelong.
Good luck, fellas.
0 and 5.
7:30, Channel 9 and 9 now. You can see it. Andy Lee, always a pleasure, buddy.
Thanks, legend.
Well, good morning, everybody. Just gone a 7:45. Only a couple of days left to join us on our family trip to Gather Round. I am very much looking forward to this.
So am I, Jace.
Couple of days away. Let's not get socially excited on night
I would
one.
never. I would never.
Because
You have
Friday's
my word.
Friday's a big day. We wake up Friday, we do the show, then we've got a big pub lunch with everyone, and then back to the
too.
footy. So,
Perfect.
Mum, don't go too wild on the Thursday.
Me?
Yeah.
You know, First Night Fever is my middle name.
That's exactly right. Flash
so
forward.
I'm not making promises I
And
can't
it's more,
keep.
you know what? That's on Adelaide. If Adelaide make the show too good,
Can you imagine it Friday
They're to
morning?
blame.
I'm not doing the pub. I need to rest for tonight's game. All right, let's go to the phones and put someone on the plane.
Melanie from Carrum, good morning.
Good morning.
You've been a member for 50 years at Essendon, have you?
Yes,
I'm
it's
so
very
sorry
sad.
about that.
Well, you know what?
I'm sorry too.
You deserve a trip to Adelaide with us. You're coming to Gather Round. You're on the plane with us. We're going to have a
I'm so
great
excited.
time. It's going to be so fun.
Yay.
The
Can't
only
wait.
thing worse than being a member of Essendon for 50 years is having to sit next to Jace on the plane. So I will make sure that doesn't happen.
Melanie, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
That'll feel like more than 50 years.
Who are you going to bring?
Both of my sisters have been members for 50 years as
Uh-oh.
well. So
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Choose.
have to choose between one
Flip
of
a
them.
coin.
Choose your favourite.
Yeah.
Hey, it says here you've got a side
Oh, yeah, I
business
love a side
which
hustle.
is called Happy Lamps. What's Happy Lamps?
Yeah, so I sell lamps for people that have seasonal affective disorder. So when you get into winter and your mood drops down and
Oh my
you're
God,
just
that's me.
feeling depressed, yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? I had it for a long time and discovered that light therapy works. So sell lamps that are really bright. And
So are these for
they
the
help-
bedside
Oh,
table?
it's an actual thing. It's not just like, oh, I don't like the rain.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's an actual thing.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
So,
What's the website? Give it a plug.
yep, so happylamp.com.au.
Lauren is logging on as we
Yes.
speak.
We need it in here because, Melanie, we have a darker than legal tint in here and it feels like it's the middle of the night or morning.
know.
So
We
maybe
have
if we all
seasonal
got some
disorder.
happy lamps,
Yeah.
We'd be happier.
We need a big lamp on Jason's side of the desk as well.
He needs a full bed.
He does.
Light bed. Like a
Lion.
happy solarium.
All right, we will see you.
Try and cheer him up.
We will see you in Adelaide, mate. Your chance to get on the plane tomorrow on the show. Coming up.
Some people don't deserve nice things, Jason. In my case, I don't deserve my car.
Oh, no.
If you have run out of fuel again.
Not again.
I swear to God.
I do have a love-hate relationship with something very dear in my life, that being my car. You will have heard once or twice on this show, the trials and tribulations include the fact that I tend to run a bit skinny when it comes to petrol.
What's your car
Now-
again? It's a
midlife crisis sports car.
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
Do you think you're? Hey, do you
It's a
think you're a little
It's
bit?
a Mercedes.
I know, but it's a
It's like
hatchback.
you're
Do you
like
think-
George Russell.
I'm quite
It's a-
nimble
It's
on
a
the
sexy
roads.
little car. It is a real.
I know, but it's quite low to the ground. Like at his
Yeah,
age.
you're too
hard to
old.
get
You're
in
too
and out.
old for it.
I'm his
Yeah,
age.
but he goes.
No,
he
you're
was at
older than
Pilates
me.
yesterday. He
Got-
does
the
squats and
core.
things.
Well, he has to do that so he can get in the car.
Now we have a great sponsor here with Shell Ready Express, and I was humiliated the other day when we went to lunch with them, and they bought you a jerry can
They did, with my
because they
face on
know
it.
how often you run out of fuel.
I reckon I've run out of fuel maybe 5 or 6 times.
If only there
in
was
this car.
I ran out
in
of
this
fuel
car.
once.
If only there was some sort of light or mechanism in the car to
Oh,
tell you.
no one looks at the
Which
light.
which brings me.
The light comes on, you're like, oh, I got heaps left.
Mine does a ding, ding.
Oh, that
Ding.
would drive me nuts.
Well, so you go and get fuel.
Which brings me to my latest setback. And you're right, there are lights for everything, and my dash has many lights on it. You know, you've got petrol, you've got the oil, you've got the when the windscreen wipers run out of
water.
Oh,
water.
who's ever filled that up? I wouldn't even know where you put the hose to fill that up. Do you use a hose? How do
under
you
the
fill it
hood. Under the hood.
She's in a Tesla. There's no
Oh.
engine.
Well, yeah, but I've got
I wonder
windscreen
where
wiper
the-
fluid. Where do I fill that up?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because there's a frunk in my car.
Yeah.
If you
Frunk?
pop the hood, it's a frunk.
Oh,
check
you
the
can put your
glove box.
groceries in there.
Might be a little hole in the glove box.
You're not putting the hose in the glove box.
You never know.
Elon wouldn't do that.
Elon's crazy, mate.
You know, the fancy cars that have that. I don't even know what it's called, but you get to the lights and the car turns off.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
and then when you go, it just goes.
Yeah, I
and
hate
it starts again.
Yes, it conserves the energy. or
Yeah,
something.
well, the battery, I
Or
think.
the fuel.
So about 18 months ago, that stopped working. About 18 months. It should have been a telltale sign.
What do you mean? So it doesn't turn off at the traffic? And isn't it just a setting? You just flick a
Yeah,
switch?
there's a setting.
Well, no, it just didn't work, and I was happy because it's a bit annoying anyway. But at the same time, the little battery light started. It was about 18 months ago. Anyway, every time you press the on/off button to engage the car,
To
it
start the
pops
car.
up. It goes. Bong! It says something along the lines of battery warning, battery depleted. And that's been going
No,
on
but-
for 18 months. So I'm like, you know
But
what? Every
driving
time
the
you
car recharges the
exactly,
battery.
Lauren. Here's my
Doesn't it?
theory.
Lauren, the other day I was parked next to it and he turned his car on and he laughed and he said, "Look at the dash. It's lit up like a Christmas tree. It's saying I've got no air in my tyres."
Oh,
yeah,
what about when it
no,
says
no.
the left back tyre
I
is pressure?
know.
Is what the pressure is like that? It might as well be speaking in another language.
I know, Lauren.
I don't know what pressure should my tyres be. I don't know.
That's a Google job. Anyway, last Friday I got in my car and I turned her on and the actual dash didn't work.
Where were you?
I was here actually.
I was at work.
Yeah. Anyway, so I thought that's unusual. That's unusual. I got home.
How did you get home?
So you drove home with no dash.
Wait, so the
No
car
dash.
started, but
so you
none of the lights.
You couldn't see speedos. You could,
No
nothing.
dash. No dash.
What
I
do
was
you
like,
mean?
that's unusual.
How
but
did you
surely
know how
it'll
fast you were going?
anyway. Well, I got to the last set of traffic lights.
Did your indicators work?
Yeah, indicators work.
Brake
Did
lights?
you see them or you just heard the?
I didn't see them, but I knew they were working because it was flicking. Turned out I had to holler for a marshal.
Oh.
What is holler for a marshal mean?
Batteries.
The battery, it was dead.
What is holler
it
for a
conked
marshal?
out.
The ad. Holler for a marshal.
What?
You
What
haven't-
ad?
You haven't
Did
heard
ever
or seen
see
the ad?
when the guy's stuck on the train tracks and the train's coming?
Holler for a marshal.
And he goes, Marshal! Marshall!
Who's Marshall?
Marshall's the battery guy.
He's the battery guy.
You've never heard of Holler for a Marshall?
Never in all of my days.
What about the Grat guy? Heard him?
I know the Grat guy.
Yeah.
He's your friend, Grat guy.
And I know
O'Brien.
O'Brien.
If only there had been some sort of warning light that
So
helped
how did you?
me
Where
out.
did you get to when you had to holler for a Marshall?
Thanks for the question. One street away from my home.
Oh,
That's where the
conked
battery
out
stopped. Stopped, dead, not to be revived.
What's
in the middle of the road.
Busy Road?
Burnley Street, Richmond. So that's what they call a connecting road between Swan and Bridge Road.
And what did you do?
Torch the
I
car.
hollered for a Marshall. I don't
do you holler
deserve
for a
nice
Marshall?
things.
Everyone knows. You just scream, Marshall.
Marshall!
You
You
holler.
should get a Tesla.
But they
a car,
need battery.
Yeah, a car
Like they-
fully reliant on
Yeah,
a
but then
battery.
you can just plug it into a wall. You can do it here.
What, in
and
the
then
studio?
you can make we'll run an extension lead up to the studio and we'll make Nova pay the power bill.
He'd end up driving home with the extension lead still connected. You know,
How long did you have to wait?
What? It was an hour?
Here we go. Your chance to win $5,000 every day at 8 o'clock. Let's go to Wallen. Good morning, Claire.
Oh my God, hello, good morning.
You are the chosen one.
Hello, good morning.
Woohoo.
How you going? What's on the cards this morning? What are you up to?
I am on the way to work.
On the way to you're a prep teacher. How many kids in the class today?
20.
Oh my Godspeed, sis.
Thank you for the work you do.
Yes, thank you for your
My
service.
sister's a
very
prep
much.
teacher, and
Yes.
there's a lot of
Prep
cutting and laminating and
Also updating the app.
what's
What
the
app?
app?
Oh, like so there it was a Seesaw, I think is the name of it, and then the
Oh.
teachers have to upload photos. Do you have to do this,
Really?
Claire, where you upload photos of what
that's
the
a
kids are
kinder
doing
thing.
during the day?
Yeah, we try. We have like a blog and stuff at our school, so we try and do it.
Every day?
Oh, no, we do it every fortnight. Like we update the fortnight of learning
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff
All
like
right.
that. So,
gonna
yeah, get
say,
the
if my
community
kid's at
involved
school-
that way.
Oh, mate.
I don't want to know what they're doing.
I'm
now.
like, I
I've
don't need
dropped
proof
them
of
off.
life. I'm going to see him at 3.
Oh, good on you, Claire. Teachers do an amazing job.
All
Let's
right.
try and win you some cash this morning. I've got an easy question for $50, a medium for $500, or a difficult question for $5,000. Where's your head this morning? What are you thinking?
Oh, I have always said I would do the 5K, and it's always hit and miss, but you've got to go harder.
$5,000.
That's right. Go hard or go home.
Oh my God.
$5,000 on the line with today's question. Now, if you don't know, guess.
Yes. Yeah. Good
Okay?
luck.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, I need an answer within that 3 seconds. If the 3 seconds runs out, I can't take your answer, okay?
Okay.
For $5,000.
Good luck.
What decade did daylight savings in Australia first start?
3,
80s?
1.
I said the 80s as well, but it was actually a long time before that. It was the 1920s.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, if you do a Google job.
What says officially started in 1916? Is that the 20s? I don't think that's the 20s.
Yeah.
That's the 10s, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good call. During World War One, to reduce energy usage.
It's not the 20s.
Um,
It's the 1910s.
oh, well. I need to
Hey,
pick up on my Australian history. Oh,
That's
well.
all right. That's all right. I don't think the preppies need to learn
So
that.
do we.
Claire, when does daylight savings end?
This weekend.
That's
yes, well
right.
done.
Yes.
Sunday.
How good.
What day
well,
is Sunday?
I don't know. How do we
Daylight
feel
savings
about
ends
it?
on Sunday.
Do we feel that daylight savings ending good or bad?
Good.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Hey, you're not going to go away empty-handed.
No, give her something.
I am going to send you to Jurassic Unearthed. The dinosaurs are coming. Prepare to be amazed as lifelike dinosaurs stomp, roar, and move right before your eyes. Jurassic Unearthed from March 28 to April 27 at Caulfield Racecourse.
Awesome. My son will love it.
There you go.
Oh, good on you, Claire. You have a great day.
Just gone 8:07. Nick the Wizard Watson from Hawthorn going to be joining us in minutes here on Nova 100. He is on fire. Him and the boys over at Hawthorn. Nick the Wizard Watson is in the house. Morning, boss.
Morning.
Morning.
4 from 4.
Yep, that's it.
How good.
start.
How have we pulled up?
Yeah, sore. That was probably the most physical game I've played in.
Yeah.
Since I've played AFL. So they were a good side and they really
They
showed
good
their
side.
body.
They were up by 5 or 6 goals.
Yeah.
weren't they?
Yeah, the win was cooked though. That was
Was it?
something different. That was it was a 6-goal breeze for sure.
I tell you what, that must just be the most massive adrenaline shot for everyone at the start of the season. You know,
What,
to
4-0.
well, just you know, beating GWS as well. It's like, you know, we're really on here.
Yeah, it was more of a tactical game, that one. It was because you basically, first half there was no goals scored at one end. It was all at the windy end.
Really?
Yeah, so
None at all?
None. So I reckon
sucks for the people who bought those seats.
Yeah, I know. I think it was the Hawthorn cheer squad down that end as well. So yeah, it was different. But
and then what happened? Did you fly straight home after those games in Tassie, or did you stay in Tassie?
We stayed in Tassie.
And did you get out and about and go in because you've got a week off this week, don't you?
Yeah, no, I didn't personally go out and about. I don't know.
Do
about
people
the
get
other
out
boys.
and go to like the clubs in Tasmania? What's the scene?
We're
like?
in
Does
Launceston.
Launceston have clubs?
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
What's in Launceston?
Yeah, they
Not
might have
even
a few
home.
RSLs open or
Do
something.
they make you take the Spirit of Tassie over, or do you go on a plane?
I wish we went Spirit of Tassie, but no, plane. Plane's nice and quick. You basically go up and go down.
It's pretty
40
quick,
minutes,
isn't it?
Hey, look, we got a lot of footy we want to talk with this morning, Nick. But before we get to that, you know, you're becoming a regular on the show. You've done a few quizzes.
We love having you.
We love having you. You look quite comfortable.
Yeah.
So we thought the next step, as pretty much the co-host you are, would be to get you to do your first celebrity interview.
What's that?
So we've got someone who's about to call into the show.
Oh, right.
And we thought we'd see how you go interviewing them.
Interviewing, just asking questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to be the
Do you want to know who it is?
Who is it?
Would you like to know?
Yeah,
Would
I
you
would.
like it to be a surprise?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
It should be a simple interview for you. It's the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese.
Right. You've been serious or what?
That's it.
What questions to ask?
Well, that's up to you. Up next.
Choose your own adventure.
You know what?
wow.
We've got 3 minutes and 1 second during the Sabrina Carpenter song to discuss it, and you'll be great.
I might give you a hand.
Nick the Wizard Watson goes one-on-one with Anthony Albanese.
Yeah,
Couple of Hawkins.
Didn't expect this.
Next on Nova. You are on the air with Jason Lauren. Clint's here as well, and so is our new team member. Nick the Wizard Watson from Hawthorn is on the air with us this morning. We've just surprised Nick before the song. We thought, you know what, mate, you're really becoming one of the team. You're nailing this radio gig.
You are. And
So-
sometimes these things just happen. Like a special guest might call and say, we'd like to join the show. And that's what's happened. And so it's your turn to
It's a
interview
real
him.
opportunity.
It really is. So,
I mean, the press gallery in Canberra, there's some heavy hitters in the press gallery. You know, the likes of Charles Croucher, Andrew Probyn, you know, Michelle Grattan was a
I
great
don't know who
journo
any
for
of
many,
these
many
people
years.
are.
have you met the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, before?
I have not met him properly, but I've said hello to him. He's been in the Hawks rooms before. So
Right.
He reckons he's a Hawks supporter.
I cannot wait
I
to
reckon
hear
he is,
your...
because he's walking around with Hawk scarves on, so he should be.
Right.
Oh, shaking hands and kissing babies.
I cannot
Those
wait to
Hawks
hear
stuff.
your first question. He joins us now, the PM, Anthony Albanese. Morning, Albo.
Good morning.
G'day, good to be with you. It's good to be there with the Wiz.
Hey, how you going?
I'm going very, very well. Not as well as you're going though. 4-4. Very good. And you got the week off.
Yep, just kicking the legs up this week, and yeah, got some few questions for you.
Hey, Albo, just quickly, is the Wiz your fave?
I love the Wiz. I think it was fantastic during the final last year with all the fans with the Wizard hats on. It was awesome.
Have you got one? We're going to have to get you a hat.
We need to get him a hat.
No, I haven't got a hat. I've got the scarf I wear because if you're from Sydney, people go, oh yeah, you know, you jump on the bandwagon. My scarf is a VFL scarf.
Oh, you're an
old
OG
school.
elbow. Now,
I'm old school.
You are-
Maybe I'm just old.
we'll send you down to the cheer squad one day with the Hawks faithful. I'm sure that's where you would be most comfortable. Now,
Indeed. We're
Now-
a happy team at the moment.
we are. Now, Nick has some hard-hitting questions for you, Elbow.
Away you go.
You ready?
Yep.
Donald Trump could soon announce tariffs on Aussie beef and drugs. Should we return, sir, with our own tariff?
No, because it is an act of economic self-harm to put tariffs on. You know, it increases the cost where the tariffs are put on. So our products can still go to the US. If they put a tariff on, then the cost of the buyers, the person purchased the goods, is increased.
It's a good question.
A great
That's
question.
why
Can I-
it's bad policy. It's a very good question.
Can I ask, Wiz, do you know what tariffs are?
I could not tell you one thing he just said. I sort of zoned out halfway through.
You don't have to, as long as you can mark, tackle, and run and kick like you do.
Yes. All right. Any other questions, Nick?
Do you think you'll win the election?
Oh, yeah, I do, and the Hawks will win the flag.
Oh, big call. How you going on the campaign?
Number 14 on the way.
Yep, that's it.
How you going on the campaign trail?
Going really well. I'm in Melbourne today, and I've been around just about every state and territory already. And today I'm out there advocating for a pay rise for low-paid workers. That's really important, making a submission in for 3 million low-paid workers, early childhood educators and cleaners and retail workers, those people on the minimum and award wages. And we will make a submission to the Fair Work Commission that they should provide an economically sustainable wage increase, because we know people on low wages are doing it tough.
Absolutely.
They need to do better, and we'll support that, as we have in the 3 wage cases since we've come to office.
Mate, I'm watching you out there on the road and trying to bring these issues up, and I'm thinking, what time are you going to bed at the moment and getting up? Like when it's campaign mode, you'd be getting very little sleep.
I'm getting to bed as early as I can, I've got to say.
What time are we talking?
So I try to get to bed by 9:30, 10.
Oh, that's late for us.
Possible, and get up pretty early.
Have you still stopped drinking, Albo?
3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'm pretty boring at the moment.
Did you have it? Because last time we saw you, it was your birthday on the weekend. Did you have a glass from the top shelf at least for your birthday?
I did have a sneaky glass of wine.
Good on
with my birthday.
You deserve
that's
that
okay.
one.
That doesn't count.
You didn't go hardcore like New Year's Eve again?
No, not at all. Not at all.
You didn't have a drink after the Hawks won their 4th in a row?
No, I didn't. But I did. I have watched, and they've been going so well.
Well,
and I was at the last year. I was at the game in Canberra with. Sorry to raise this, Wiz, but I was at the game with GWS in Canberra when we're a mile ahead at 3/4 time.
Why are you bringing this up?
To motivate you so it never happens again.
Well, it didn't happen again on the weekend.
Right.
Because I was outside the room when Sam Mitchell was having a polite but firm discussion, is one way that you could put it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we did cop a bit.
Hey, Wiz, is there something in the policy sphere that you want from your Prime Minister? Is there anything that will win your vote?
He was just saying he hates it.
What issues are important to you?
Well, I want to ask one more question. When are you coming to the next Hawks game?
Oh, well, the Port game, I'm a show of making it to the gather round. I was with Peter Malinauskas yesterday in Adelaide, and it's a game versus Port, which is his team, of course.
Yes.
And he was like, "You got to drop in to gather round." So I'll see whether that can happen. But it's a day-to-day proposition at this stage.
We're going to gather around. We could see if there's a seat on the plane with us.
Oh, yeah.
You could come and sit next to Jace.
Yeah.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Wouldn't wish that upon anyone, PM. Just very quickly,
I'd be up for that.
Victoria and Melbourne is going to be a bit of a battleground this election. How have you been received with the Premier as well, out and about on the hustings?
Oh, really positive. Look, including for Wiz, he'll get a tax cut under us, and every Victorian will. So we want people to earn more, we want wages to go up, and we want taxes to go down. The other side have promised, I think, rather extraordinarily, to actually introduce legislation to increase all 14 million taxpayers' taxation rate.
Wow.
Can you summarise that for us, Wiz?
Why'd you ask me that?
It's really easy. Wages up, taxes down under us. Under the other side, wages down, taxes up.
Do you know who leads the other side? Do you know the opposition leader, Wiz?
No.
Can you take a guess? Any ideas?
Don't ask these weird questions again. I'm not smart enough.
You are so smart.
He's only just been able to vote.
Yeah.
Should be your first.
Yeah. You only need to know me now, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Elbow. Have a great time in Melbourne. Where are you today? What part of Melbourne?
I am headed out to the east. I'm headed out to Burwood.
Oh, Burwood.
Today.
Nice.
And so up in the Burwood region and the east, and then I'm headed off down south. So
Somewhere
I
else.
go-
It's a bit of a
It-
secret
it-
where he goes.
Yeah.
Because he takes the
Every
media with
day.
him.
Oh, is it a
Every
secret?
day is a very busy day.
Right. I was going to say, I hope the Google Maps goes faster than that.
Oh, I thought you didn't know where you were going. I didn't know it was a secret.
Be bloody tomorrow by the time we get there. Hey, Albo, it's always fun, mate. Cheers for calling through this morning.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, PM.
So,
Good on you, Elbow.
You nailed that, Wiz.
Well
Absolutely nailed
done.
it.
It's very good, very
Yeah,
impressive. The
very-
tariffs question was strong.
It is.
Yeah.
Was much better than the first time I had to interview him.
How about we talk footy next?
Yeah, good idea. We'll do that next. Nick the Wizard Watson on the air with us this morning on Nova. Interviewing the Prime Minister, Nick the Wizard Watson is here from Hawthorn. How'd you find Albo?
Yeah, it was good. It was calm and relaxed.
He's nice, isn't he?
He is.
Anyway, no more political questions. So you're actually going to talk
Please.
about football now.
Perfect.
So you got a weekend off.
Yeah. So I
What
got
do
all
you
the way-
do?
I'm just catching up on a few things at home. There's a few boys that went away to like Gold Coast and
Yeah.
whatnot, but I'm just relaxing at home.
Bit of life admin.
So
Yeah.
training still this week?
We go back Friday.
Oh, right.
So you do get a few days
that's
off.
cool.
Yeah. We
That's
do
good.
like a little run around like today or something just to kick the legs over, but
Yeah, right.
all the way to Friday off, which is good.
Oh, that's
Hey,
so
much needed.
kicked a few nice snags at the weekend. I'm loving the goal celebration. Now, talk us through your sort of method. Is it the same celebration all the time? Or are you sort of watching athletes
we watch
overseas?
to be honest, Guinea's probably the best at like
Jack
doing
Ginnivan?
Jack Ginnivan's probably the best at doing the different celebrations, and he looks like soccer and stuff like that and all those celebrations. But I'm similar. Will Day said early in the week, like I sort of just black out when I keep going. I forget, like I have one in mind, but I forget to do it, and I just sort of black out and just celebrate to the crowd. Go as hard
Just
as I
arms
can.
out?
Who
Yeah,
did the
arms out.
backflip? Someone did a backflip when they
that
kicked
was-
the goal the other day. Yeah,
that was in the Richmond match.
Richmond,
Yeah.
Seth Campbell from Richmond.
that was quite the
Yeah,
celebration.
That was
You don't want
Because
to
Richmond got a goal?
that up though.
Yeah, he kicked it. Yeah,
Well, he kicked the winner.
Just
he
right.
sealed it.
yeah.
That was when they won their first game.
Yes, that is quite the celebration.
Impressive.
It would be very embarrassing if you didn't nail
Oh,
that.
you got to nail that. You got to nail that.
So many people are celebrating with the great man as well, including a local musician or an artist. Have you heard this track?
Let me
Is
play.
it a song about you?
Leaves quite an impression.
Have you heard this?
5, 6 to be exact.
5 said it.
You wonder about all these goals he's kicking. He wears a wizard hat.
This is great.
When he's on,
Actually, good tune.
you know he's playing magic moments. He's creating. Nick Watson's really clever, and if you know that the wizard will put a spell on you.
It's quality.
Where'd you get that?
Sabrina Carpenter recorded it, obviously.
Trawling TikTok.
Oh, you're
I
too old for
stumbled
the
across
talk,
it.
mate. You are too old for the talk.
So that's
That's so
that's
good.
an AFLW player who
Oh.
came up with that tune and played it. And
I saw it on TikTok as well. I don't really know.
Yeah, you're 20. You're allowed on TikTok.
hey, yeah,
It's not.
That's great.
There's plenty of people celebrating with you, which must be nice.
Yeah, it is. It's good. It's all part of it, and I feel like the Hawks fans are getting up and about now since we're 4-0, so they're enjoying it.
Now, did someone shame you on the internet the other day when you were having a nap? Was there a video of
Yes.
you going around sleeping?
Guinea put on his story trying to sleep on the plane, and he just
Oh.
stitched me up bad.
Are you a big nap? I'm a big napper.
I love
I'm
a
a big
plane sleep.
sleeper.
Yeah.
I nap all the time on the plane, but I'm a real bad twitcher on the
Oh.
plane for some reason. I don't know what reason. I need
After
to
a
Google
game
it.
or just
No,
always?
just always on the plane. I'm twitching.
You're nervous
weird.
flyer, maybe.
I don't know.
No, he's asleep.
Do you get bored? I get bored.
Bored as.
Oh, so do I.
That's why I
Flying.
can't really I hate going out of Australia.
Yeah.
It's too far. What
Too
about
far.
Perth?
Perth, I struggle.
So I was on a flight coming back from the Gold Coast the other day with the entire Gold Coast Suns team.
Yeah.
Firstly, I walked into the lounge and I was in a bad mood and I was like, there's nowhere to sit because the
Oh.
whole team is here. And I was like, fair enough. They deserve to sit down. They're tired. They're footballers.
Surely it's like the rule on a bus. You get up for someone
But
seeing
I
you.
would have thought the coach would have been up the front in business class, coach down the back with everyone, down in economy. And then some of the tall players, they literally hardly fit in their seats.
Yeah, I know. It's cooked. And I normally get the exit row as well. So.
They would hate it if you got the
yeah,
exit
they
row.
do. Yeah, I do. I don't know why. It's just random seats, I think.
I think Mason
Is there-
Cox said he laid down in the aisle.
Yeah, is there some kind of like hierarchy in terms of height of who gets the exit row and the front row seats?
I'm not sure how they do it. because we just sort of get our tickets sent out day before, and I normally end up in the exit row somehow. So
Surely the AFL can
Not
get
sure
it
how that
together and get
works.
you guys one of those big planes so there's room for everyone.
Should be like the Olympics.
Like the American
with the Olympics,
basketballers.
you get a goal, you come back in business class.
That's not bad. Or the captain, at least. Sicily should be up front.
Yeah.
Does he get business class?
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
I think we start from row 3 onwards.
Oh, okay.
So.
I reckon if
Even
you,
the Gold Coast Suns coach was down the back.
you kick 3 goals,
Dimmer.
you get business class.
That should be right.
Yeah, I reckon that's a good rule.
Well, if you get 3 goals, you get business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine the ruckman sitting down the back and looking Nick up the front in 1A with
Be like
all
you-
the room in the world.
Hey, Nick the Wizard Watson from Hawthorn on the air with us this morning, mate. Enjoy the week off. Congratulations on the GWS
Appreciate
game.
it. Thank you very
And
much.
we will see you in Adelaide.
At Gather Round.
If you guys are going home.
Yeah, we're
Saturday,
taking the show there.
Yes, we are. I'm not sure. What day are you playing?
Sunday night.
Oh, I might be home from Adelaide by then.
Way to support the boys. And that is it, guys. We are getting out of here.
Thank you for being a friend.
What a show.
What a show.
It's been action-packed.
Yes.
Jam-packed.
Been a full one. You can catch the podcast. You can download that.
Andy Lee bought in some of his dimmies and tinnies.
Yeah.
We should chuck them on a barbecue.
Yep.
What are they called? Dimmies for tinnies. Dimmies and timmies.
Yeah. Dimmies, tinnies, as in cans of beer.
Dimmies and tinnies.
That's the one.
Who was your favourite today? We had the Premier, we had the PM, we had Nick Watson, and we had Andy Lee.
I got a little soft spot for the Wiz.
Yeah.
My favourite was the woman who called through to tell us that when she makes love to her partner, he raps to her.
Oh, that's right.
There's
And we
the
had a
highlight for me.
solution. We had a solution for her as well.
You should, next time, you and Paul have the throwdown. You should just break out some M&M, see how it goes down.
Lose yourself in the music.
Can you imagine your fiance?
Only a one shot, do not miss a chance.
He'd
to
be
go
like,
up
what
to-"
is going on here?
I told you I'm more of a Pink Pony Club gal.
Right, gotcha.
Bit of Chapel Roan.
Whatever gets you going.
Yep.
Well, the sun's shining, Melbourne. Get out and enjoy it.
Yep.
I went home yesterday and I sat in the sun for like 15 minutes, just a bit of vitamin D, and I
Isn't it
felt
amazing
so
what the
much
sun
better.
does? Like it just.
That beautiful autumn sun.
Get out and enjoy it. Meltra Centre's in next. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Gonna be a good day.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.
Nova.